So I did the album Based on a True Story by Blake Shelton. So I remember the moment I first heard one of Blake Shelton's songs. I was in the car on the way to church with my dad, and the song Sure'd Be Cool If You Did came on. And I asked my dad what it was, and I remember him telling me it was a Blake Shelton song called Sure'd Be Cool If You Did, and I immediately pulled out my phone and bought the whole album on iTunes without even listening to the rest of the songs because I knew I would like all of them. I have loved every one of his songs ever since. Young Blake Shelton, he was born on June 18, 1976 in Ada, Oklahoma. His father was a car salesman and his mother was a beautician. He had a brother and a sister. His sister's name was Indy and his brother's name was Richie. His brother died in a car accident in the late 90s, and Shelton was greatly impacted by that. It hit him pretty hard when his brother died. But Shelton didn't really grow up in a musical family. His mother said he was singing since the day he started talking. He was singing ever since he was a baby, basically. At the age of 8, he sang at his school talent show. He sang the song Old Time Rock and Roll. That's when Shelton's family started to realize that he had a real gift. Between the age of 8 and 15, Shelton started singing in local coffee shops and theaters, and he began writing his own songs by the age of 15. Once he started writing his own songs, he started getting gigs in local bars, and within a year of writing his first song, in 1992, he won the Denbo Award of Oklahoma, which is the highest honor for young entertainers, which put a huge boost on Shelton's ego and pushed him to want to continue singing. Throughout high school, he knew that he wanted a career in music, and he would do anything to pursue that dream. So some people that influenced him or inspired him, one of the big ones was Mae Boren Axton. She was a songwriter who co-wrote Elvis's hit Heartbreak Hotel. He also saw inspiration from Willie Nelson, Steppenwolf, and Three Dog Night. But Axton first saw Shelton's potential when she saw one of his performances in a local theater. She told Shelton that he would be good enough to get a recording deal if he worked hard enough for it. And Shelton wanted this so bad enough that after 2 weeks from graduating high school at the age of 17, he moved to Nashville, Tennessee, where Axton was helping him to pursue his recording deal dream. So when he moved to Nashville, he didn't really have much luck at first. His first job was a house painter for Axton, but he started meeting the right people that would help him get involved in the music industry. And in 2002, Shelton landed his first recording contract with Warner Brothers. 1 year later, he released his first album in 2001 called Blake Shelton. He became very popular within his first year of singing. He was named R&R Breakthrough Artist of the Year in 2001, and in 2002 he was voted the favorite new artist of Country Weekly Fan Favorite Awards. So Blake Shelton has came out with 9 albums over his career. The first one was called Blake Shelton in 2001. Then he came out with The Dreamer in 2002. In 2004, he came out with Blake Shelton's Bam and Grill. It took him about 3 years to come out with another album, and it came out in 2007 called Pure BS. In 2008, he came out with Startin' Fires. In 2010, he came out with Hillbilly Bone. He came out with Red River Blue in 2011. In 2013, he came out with Based on a True Story, which is what I'm talking about. And in 2014, he came out with Bringin' Back the Sunshine. So Blake Shelton's album was very popular when it first came out. Within its first week of debuting, the song Sure'd Be Cool If You Did hit #1 on Billboard's Country Digital Tracks chart. His album sold more than 200,000 copies within its first week of being released. Although it may not seem like it, Shelton had a hard time coming up with a name for his #1 hit album. He didn't want to name the album a song on it because he said it feels like a cop-out. Shelton listened to the whole album many, many times before he could begin to think of anything. He said, "This is kind of my life from start to finish. I thought that's what we'll call it." So he decided to call it based on a true story, since most of the stuff had happened in his life, and he didn't think that name would stick, but it did. So Blake Shelton's album deals with a creative personal aspect that he has used from his life. He says, "I credit the personal feel of the songs as the reasons for the album's success." For example, one of the songs on the album is called Granddaddy's Guns, and he actually has his grandfather's gun. He said it was cool because he could write songs that actually applied to him and that he had actually dealt with in life. So on July 19, 2013, he started going on tour, and he started in Virginia Beach and traveled all across the U.S. So almost every one of Blake Shelton's songs can be applied to anyone's life anywhere. He says that the Boys Round Here song is one of those songs for anyone who wants to find their inner redneck, he says. But then they have songs like Mine Would Be You that shows Shelton's soft side and helps bring out other people's soft sides that are listening to it. Today, Blake Shelton is currently divorced from Miranda Lambert. They got a divorce in 2015, and he is dating co-worker of The Voice, Gwen Stefani, and he is still currently writing an album to come out soon, later within the next couple of years.